We want to find the range for the rule f of x is 1 over x squared plus 3x plus 2 if the natural domain is used. Now, we looked at the natural domain for this a couple of examples ago, but it's such an important concept, I just want to run through it again. Remember here that we can't have the denominator being 0. X squared plus 3x plus 2 is equal to 0 gives us x plus 2, x plus 1 is equal to 0. So x is negative 2, or x is negative 1. So we can't have either of those values of x because that will make the denominator 0. So the natural domain is all real values except those two values. Now remember, the range is the y values. It would be very unusual at this stage to be expected to do something like this without the use of the calculator. So I'm going to input here the function that we have. So 1 over x squared plus 3x plus 2. And let's have that equals y. Probably should have put the y at the beginning, doesn't really matter. And then if we put a graph window down the bottom here and drag that in, it will draw it for us. And we can pull that about, but it's probably better to change the y values. And let's go from, say, negative 10 to, let's go 10 that way. And we can see it's like this. Now, just think about our glass elevator. In fact, what I'm going to do is just resize that so we have it in the whole screen. Don't worry about these bits where it stops drawing. That's not really what happens to the graph, it's just the calculator can't actually cope in these areas. So let's just take a copy of that. Now the asymptotes were x equals negative 2 and x equals negative 1. And the curve is going to carry on going up there and up there, like so. And here it will carry on going down and down. So it seems that from here downwards, if we think about our glass elevator, we'll always see the curve from here downwards. As soon as we're above the y-axis, we'll see the curve either here or over here or here. So as we go up, we'll see both pieces of curve here. So the x-axis itself would be an asymptote. So we're not actually going to see anything if we look directly along the axis. However, it looks on here. We can see clearer actually on here. So that suggests on this part y greater than 0. So what we really need to know is whereabouts the top of this is. We can use analysis gsolve and max, and that tells me that the y top of this is negative 4. So that happens at negative 4, and we'd see the curve from there downwards. So less than or equal to negative 4. So we can now state the range. Y is a real number, y is greater than 0, or y is less than or equal to negative 4.